Well, it's another week at the shop. There's a lot going on. Race cars, roll cages, the world's lowest static suspension. There's a lot going on. So basically, Ralph is here filming as we normally do on the Sundays now. Today, we're just gonna kind of hang out at the shop. Well, actually, let's start with this mess. This is our race car. A big part of what I want to do now is really tidy up and improve the workshop. I've been here a bunch of years, but it's time to go fancy. But we'll talk about that more later. Right now, let's talk about, well, let's just walk over and talk about the race car. There's an endurance series called ChampCar. A Corvette won last weekend's race, and normally it's Miatas and BMW E36s and stuff. So let's just buy the slowest Volkswagen possible. A $500, I'm sorry, I feel bad actually. A $500 Facebook Marketplace Jetta diesel automatic. Turbo's bad, or turbo was removed by a previous owner, who even knows why. So Friday night, Benny Obscene, there's a link below to his YouTube. He's documenting this, but basically we're gonna throw a better motor in it and try and build it. I'm real tired. We did work until 1 o'clock in the morning and we left a mess there, and now I have to push it. So Ralph, our lovely friend and camera guy, is going to help me somehow push a dead weight Jetta with no engine. Oh, here, if you really want to see, come on in. Let's. Oh, good. So one thing works. Oh, good. But there's no hood latch releasing. Yeah, look at this quick pit stop. Red Bull do it in 2 seconds. I can't open a hood in 2 seconds. There we go. So yeah, if anyone wants to buy an engine, $500, it does run. So yeah, now we have a completely empty engine bay. We've got, oh, that's not gonna come off like that. So we'll do Black Forest mounts. We're gonna do big downpipe. Ooh, look at this tasty repair there. That's real nice. So yeah, we're gonna gut all of this, maybe take the ABS out. Who needs safety in a race car? But we do need safety. So genuinely, there is a S&W 10-point roll cage that just got delivered. So that needs to get TIG welded. Now let's move it out the way, because it's just a big, red, heavy paperweight with bad wheel bearings and brakes that drag. Who would have thought that an engine wouldn't roll over gravel? All right, you want to know where the rest of the car is? Because we did buy a complete car with a New Jersey inspection, which is meaningless. There's 425 pounds worth of interior in here. Look, there's the carpet, there's the headliner, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So 425 pounds, which is 200 kilograms of seats and yeah, all kinds of whatever in there. Hopefully it'll be lightweight, but for right now it feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds and we have to push it. Ralph's behind the camera. I can move it a little. Oh yeah, look at this. Hot damn, that tofu power. I feel like Ralph is like one of those nature documentary people behind the camera. It's like you want to save the little deer from getting its head ripped off by a lion, but you can't intervene. That's how I feel with this. Hi Ralph, how's that camera doing? Okay, ramming speed. Oh my God, we're going too fast. Oh my God. Well, that kind of worked. I don't know what my neighbors must think of me. I don't know what anyone thinks of me, to be honest. Has 50 projects. Oh, let's build a race car. Too much time? Oh, stop. This is so dumb. But really, the races are endurance, so it's normally 14-hour races. I feel like that fits my palmarès. If I drive cross country nonstop in 30 hours and drive across all of South America, then I should be able to drive a race car. Don't know about build a race car. Stupid car, stupid race car, stupid idea. Yay! Now I'm gonna push Brandon's car out so we can get the R32 out, so maybe we can get the route. We'll go into the whole, I wanna solve this. Are we gonna talk about this right now? Let's talk about this right now. All right, there's too many cars in here. There's only one entrance. I have 6 cars in the back row here. There's a lot. So my dream in the next 4 weeks, let's say before Christmas, I want to have 5 storage lifts, 5 4-post lifts all the way across here. So we've got 5 cars underneath, 5 cars in front. I cannot afford to polish the floors, so I think some nice plastic 12-inch workshop floor tiles coming out here. We maybe have a nice little video area, like a square for Ralph and for photo shoots and stuff. And then like maybe 1 car over here that's worked on. That's the dream. Can I afford? Can I handle? Do I have enough mental capacity, financial capacity, time capacity to buy and put up 5 lifts back there and paint the walls. And then I have these amazing lights that I dumpster dived, but they're gonna have to go because a car will be up there. But yeah, so maybe we'll move those forwards and clear all the other lights and like clean up the roofs. I don't know. That's the idea. But for right now, Brandon's cabbie, I'm gonna push outside. I'm gonna push it because he's been replacing the intercooler. He had a great big front mount intercooler, which is over here. You can see what he replaced. And this was an air-to-air intercooler. The hot boost went in one side, got cooled by the airflow going over and came out the other side. Well, he's now ditched that and he's gone to something we had laying around in the back of the shop, which is a air-to-water or water-to-air intercooler. The turbo goes around here, comes into this silver box here, and then comes out here, but instead of having airflow, it has an inlet and an outlet for water, and he has a 2.5 gallon tank, which my hands aren't too dirty, we'll take a look at, and this has a bunch of coolant in it. This is full of coolant. He has an electric pump. Brandon being Brandon, it's all beautifully plumbed. I mean, his work is phenomenal. This just pumps coolant up to the front, through the fins, cools down the intake temperature, flows back, cools down, goes away. That's it. I'm not going to start it because I don't know if he's finished plumbing it up, so I'm just going to push it outside right now. And that is today's theme, apparently. Pushing cars with great big wheels. And yeah. All right. Fresh stuff from Borla. Universal muffler, like 9x4 inch. It's 14x. It's super rounded, it goes in small cars, it's gonna be good. However, Ralph literally does not know why I have an oven in the corner of the workshop. And I did just cook something up. One powder coated brake caliper carrier. So this was the first pass, so it's okay. You can see there's a little bit of parts that I missed there. So we'll do another pass at this. Powder coating is easy and fun, honestly. So you can see I've taped off all of the machined parts. Now I just need to reshoot this from a different angle and get into those gaps there, because really that's the bit that people are going to see. Powder coating is dumb easy. Like, that's a really cheap kit that I bought ages ago and have used it ever since. Powder is cheap as well. Basically you just hook this up to a ground cable and it staticizes, is that a word? It makes the powder static, which clings to it. You then walk very carefully over to your oven, not your mom's oven, because it gives off gases that will kill you. You just bake it for 20 minutes at 400 degrees, give or take, and it's a really durable finish and it looks super professional. But as you can see, it's just a cheap oven off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever, and it's fun. Very little prep. Hopefully in about half an hour, 45 minutes, this will look even better. This is a super basic, some would say sketchy setup, but whatever. Basically, the box catches the excess powder. I'm gonna use a face mask because it is super fine and not good to breathe. When I press this pedal, it makes it live and static. That's flowing through the brake caliper carrier. Powder in here will come out staticky, will cling to it using the electric current. I walk over there, put it in there for 20 minutes in the oven, and we're done. And I'm just going to assume that Ralph has a mask. Oh, he does have a mask on. Is that OSHA? Who knows? Now the most difficult part. The oven is preheated to 400 degrees. Yep, that's hot. Now, at the moment the powder will still just fall off, so if you bump it against something, I do have set timer on it, but I'm not gonna do that yet. We're gonna let the powder flow out. So when you put paint on and it just gives that nice gloss look when it goes on, we're looking for that, then I start the timer. So probably 3-4 minutes, I'll come back with the flashlight, check it out. Ralph will hit the mirror on the Severo. Yeah, then I'm gonna set the timer and reduce the heat as well to let it flow out. While that's setting up, we've got 3 or 4 minutes to talk about the other exciting thing that I've been working on this week. This is a set of Gepfeffert suspension, and no, this is not even the advert, but that is coming. This is Gepfeffert suspension. This is a 6-inch static drop. What I believe is the world's lowest available to purchase off the shelf static drop for a Mark 1. The H&R Ultra Lows, which may be really nice, they do a 5-inch. Well, this is Gepfeffert, built by KW, and Gepfeffert's a really hard word to say in English. I don't even know what it means. They're a German company and all they do is super slam, super static cars, like brand new cars, old school cars, whatever. So this is them. I'm very, very excited. They are multi-way adjustable, so they have the dampening adjustable on the bottom. They have it on the top, comes with the new camber bolt, everything else, of course, made by KW, so full stainless steel. 6-inch drop. How is that even gonna work on a Mark 1? Well, we're gonna hopefully find out. The other thing I've been doing in preparation for that, if you know your stuff, these are kind of unobtainium. This is the very early rebuildable Mark 1 struts, and they replace, these are the normal ones, and they suck. Non-rebuildable, and they just blow out all the time. This comes with a removable piece bushing, rubber bushing there. Black Forest has these. They're like 30 bucks, or they did have, so this is a brand new one. The problem was, this is the original strut bearing, which is trash, and these are unobtainium. You can get them in Germany sometimes, the bearing, but it's a pain in the butt. What I realized is, if you take the Volkswagen Fox one, which is a different shape, some people try and like carve these down, it doesn't work very well. Inside here, if you cut it and you have to wire wheel it and it sucks. But if you do all of that, you are left over with this, with no finish, so you have to paint it. And it is literally the exact same dimensions. It's aftermarket, so the metal's a teeny little bit thinner, but the bearing, that's the original Mark 1 bushing in there, it is the same thing. And you can find these for like $5 or $10. So $5, $10 plus a bunch of elbow grease, maybe an hour's worth of work, which thanks to Brandon, that 180 cabbie did it on his wire wheel. It is literally the exact same size. So the Gepfeffert, the Insano, world's lowest, most wonderful 6-inch static drop on the Mark 1 is going in a set of fully rebuilt early setup there. And the other thing I've been working on is the wheel bearings on the front drum brakes. Mark 1 Golfs came with disc brakes normally, but some of the very basic ones came with drum brakes all around. Front drums, rear drums, all drums. I'm very excited about that. Wait. Before we go back and check our powder coat, this just came in for that. Fresh off the CNC machine from Black Forest. Literally got it in the mail yesterday. I 3D printed this. This is all my design with the beveled edges there and all of this I designed in CAD. Had a couple friends help me learn the program, but then I 3D printed it and now it's a solid lump of aluminum. I'm very, very excited about this. As you can see, this is the 3D printed version with the bevels there, and I didn't print all the structure just for the depth. Bolt up to the original master cylinder, allow it to pass through, the boot will clamp on there. I'm very excited about this. So yeah, we're gonna go back to suspension for the SoloWerks out. Hey, you know what? Today's episode is brought to you by SoloWerks. SoloWerks suspension based in Fresno, California. We're not getting too much flow. And we're not breathing that, but let's knock it down and start the timer. Yes, really, genuinely. Ralph and I thank SoloWerks very, very much because these videos could not happen without them. It is hours of editing. However, not nearly, where am I even going with this? SoloWerks, just go buy SoloWerks. That's it. This is my Mark III set. They're gonna go on the Harlequin outside. There's the timer, so 18 more minutes and we'll go and pull that out of the oven. Well, Ralph is now at home editing, so it's just you and me hanging out, and I just want to do a little bit of an update on what we talked about from Sunday, just so you can get a little bit more of an idea on some of the projects. So this is the 1974 Swallowtail. Yeah, it did sit in a desert in Nevada, kind of near Reno, Nevada, for like 20 years or something, and I drug it out. And so this is what we're going to lower 6 inches on the Gepfeffert coilovers. I don't know if that's going to work, but if you don't know, swallowtails are called swallowtails because, see the back here? This goes straight and then it dips down. Well, that's it. That little dip was only in the first 1.5 model years, 1974, 75, maybe early 76 model years, but very hard to find and sought after. And it's got a bunch of weird things. Like instead of a hydraulic hatch, it just has this piece of metal that just latches there. Very, very, very basic. Not what you would expect to be slammed and with an amazing set of wheels, and indeed with drum brakes. So let's head over and just talk a little bit more about some of those goodies. Here is the beautiful Gepfefferts, and here is drum brakes. So I've been working on these, getting them, well, hopefully be able to stop, because they're gonna be slow. I mean, drum brakes on the front is silly, but we've got brand new drums, I've got brand new shoes, but right now I'm working on pressing the bearings out. Here is a fully rebuilt upper strut bushing that we were talking about. Brand new bearing. This is now going together. It's going to be very, very silly. This amazing like €2,000 set of coilovers with the dampening adjustable on the bottom. The top for, I think Rebound is top. Yes, Rebound. It even says it right on it. It is made by KW. That's the update on that one. Otherwise, let's go over here. You did see me powder coating this, so that is now all finished. Looks nice and shiny. If we go over to this side, it's completely finished. So there's the powder coating, and then EBC green pads, because this is the Polo Harlequins. We've got to do that. So I'm quite happy with how that turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think. And in the back, yes, we do have the Mark IV rear caliper with EBC yellows. If you want to know more about this, you can go and watch the Donut Media Polo Harlequin video. It has like 970,000 views on it. And things you did not get to see in that one are, yes, we even powder coated the oil pan, we painted the bolts, and Black Forest Industries custom made the engine mounts, and with their nice CNC, they did make a dick butt on it. So that's not appropriate for children, but there's little hidden fun things all over this car. Next up on this, I need to continue with the brakes on the other side, and then I have to finish making or designing this custom axle, because you will see the axle, wow, it stops there. Should go on to the transmission, so that's next. But running back here into the rabbit hole, there's the taxi prototype, the swallowtail, the race car I really need to build. But the other exciting thing is RECAROs. We got a great big shipment from the lovely RECARO. A beautiful RECARO race seat, which is the Pro Racer XL SPG. So a little bit wider. We're gonna have an endurance racing happening in this very seat. So it's hands compatible. We're gonna have 4 drivers per race. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about this. And RECARO just make beautiful products. So I'm very, very grateful to work with them. Should we do a RECARO video? Would that be a thing? Let me know in the comments. Sound like a YouTuber? Fine, but let me know. I have a massive collection of RECAROs. That has RECAROs. That has RECAROs, but they're currently sitting up there. Up there, I probably have 12 pairs of RECAROs from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. The newest set of RECAROs I have are out at Black Forest Industries right now with the Jetta S. But that's another conversation for another day, or another video for another day. But for right now, I am going to go back to work. I will take just a moment. If you enjoy these, please let us know. Ralph and I are really trying to work hard on these, and with great support and help from SoloWerks. So if there is anything else you want to see, I mean, hey, I hand built a Volkswagen Caddy van in America. So if you want to see any of these things, please let me know. That's our time for today. We have a bunch, well, there's always a bunch of projects going on. Thanks to Ralph for doing the video work as always. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to know about any of the cars, any of the projects, powder coating, hit up the comments. I'll also see you over on Instagram. Thank you as always. Wash your hands, wash your cars, take care. I don't know what my neighbors must think of me. I don't know what anyone thinks of me, to be honest.